Hi, welcome to Moina Bass Fishers. I am Jim Moina, professional bass fisherman, even though the fish may not always think so. So, this is the day one report on Sam Rayburn, the 2023 Major League Fishing Toyota Series tournament. Didn't go well. I caught 2 fish for 4 pounds, 3 ounces, which put me in 132nd place, I believe it was, out of 193. That, ladies and gentlemen, will not do anything, will not do me any good, will not come close to moving me closer to any sort of goals I've set for myself. And it's hard to recover from a day like that. On this lake, fortunately, a guy can make a big leap on this lake. There's 30-pound stringers out in this lake. I've even seen bigger. So, but realistically, even if I could just bring a 20 tomorrow, that would be a huge deal, and that might even get me paid if I brought in 20 tomorrow. But it's just, I don't know how I'm supposed to do it. I don't know where I'm supposed to do it, what lure I'm supposed to tie on. But I know rattle traps catch 20-pound bags out here sometimes. Crankbaits can catch 20-pound bags out here sometimes. So it's probably what I should do is just crank the grass until I'm blue in the face. And either I have 0 fish, 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, 4 fish, or 5 fish tomorrow. And whatever size they might be, so be it. I don't know. It's just, I'm sure, just the frustration of spending the money, spending the time to do this, and just come up with nothing. So tomorrow, I can't, and I won't let tomorrow go to waste. It'll be, I will put in a big effort. I'll put in a maximum effort, because that's what you got to do. If you're ever going to get any better at anything, you have to put in the effort, put in the work in good times, and when the chips are down. You just gotta work through it, gotta deal with it. So that's what I'll be doing. I don't know, I love fishing this lake. The bite's a little bit off for Sam Rayburn Lake, but first place was like 23 pounds. So the fish, there's a nice bag to be caught somewhere, somehow. Just got to go do it. It's going to be a total luck deal. If I fall into that kind of a bag tomorrow, it'll be total, well, not total luck, but heavy luck. But the mechanics of getting those fish hooked and getting them the bite, getting them hooked and in the boat, I mean, that's not so much luck, but just getting into that caliber fish right now would seem kind of lucky for me. But anyhow, what else about today can I tell you? We had a 1 hour and 15-minute fog delay this morning. The winds had calmed down. They weren't too bad. It was a little choppy running around in the afternoon. In fact, I couldn't go wide open. There was a little chop. As a lot of you people know who've been on Sam Rayburn, it's hard to get around here when there's a 10, 15 mile an hour wind, which seems like what we had. My co-angler caught 1. He was a 16-year-old fisherman. Great guy to have on the boat. Thank you for participating. And he did catch 1. Did I say that? He did catch 1. So that was pretty cool. I just wish we could have got into a whole bunch of them. And I don't know I don't know what happened. My plan was to start deep and end shallow. And figuring the deep fish would be more stable after a super cold night. And if I could just pluck off a limit of those in the morning, fishing deep, then I could make the decision to go fish the grass if I wanted to, or I could keep fishing deep if the fish I'm catching were decent enough. But the bite just wasn't going. It just was not going. The brush piles weren't happening. That's what I did. That's how I did catch my 2 fish today. I probably fished 5.5 hours of doing that, and then 2.5 hours of doing the other. But the day went so fast, my gosh. Excuse me, it just came and gone and was done. Just quick. Excuse me, just like that. It was just over. So the grass bite, I caught one short one on the grass. And that's the thing. I had 2 areas in the grass that I had a lot of bites. And in one in particular, when I had the first bite and I saw the herd follow the hooked fish with the Lowrance active target, man, there were so many fish there. The problem with that spot, I went there late in the day, much later in the day, and by that time, I did spot a couple fish down there that I think were bass, because some of them showed interest in a swim bait I was throwing, but they didn't eat it. But I was not seeing the numbers of fish I had saw. So now, why are these fish not there? 2 reasons that I can think of. One would be perhaps another tournament boat was already there and they scattered the school up. They caught a bunch of them, scattered the school up, and that school's just discombobulated. So that could have been the case. Another thing that could have happened is this particular spot would have had the monster waves, big wave action on it during the passing of the front. So maybe that just obliterated the school there and they just kind of dispersed out of there, just because of the massive wave action in there, and it just didn't work for them. for whatever reason why they liked it when I found it. With all that wave action, you murk up the water and it's just, the fish just, who knows, dispersed. But maybe they'll recollect there. I will fish it again tomorrow, more than likely. Another grass spot I caught a short one over there, and I don't know where those fish went. I swear I was seeing them on my scope, the active target, and it just, I'd see one here, one there, and none of them would bite, so I don't really know if they were largemouth. Maybe they were something else. I don't know. Oh, I did have one other bite over there. Had him hit it, had him hooked for about a half a second, and then he came off. Don't know how big. Could have been a little one. Could have been 6-pounder. I don't know. So, yeah, this is, doing these kind of videos suck. Because I'm the kind of guy that just wants to crawl under a rock and hide when I have a shitty day on the lake in a tournament. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me too much when I'm out fun fishing and I don't catch them. It still bothers me, but man, there's just so much on the line in a tournament for me, and to just not seal the deal on it, not catch fish, not even be competitive is, I just don't sit well with that. So anyways, tomorrow's going to be all about just going out and just catching some darn fish out here, for goodness sakes. It can't be that hard. It just can't. So anyhow, that's and there was one area I never got to today, just because the time flew by so fast that there's an area I never got to. It's like, it wasn't the biggest one I caught there was about 2 3/4 pounds, but that whole area had potential, and I could see them, and I caught other keepers there. Never got to, and that spot would have been protected. But whatever, wasn't meant to be. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's the day for redemption of some kind. Over.